Okay, good.
Okay. The birth of a newborn comes with lots of joy, happiness, commitment, as well as stress in the family. The new mom, especially, is overwhelmed with multiple emotions, physically and emotionally, and mentally, dealing with a body which is just recovering from pregnancy and labor, and having to deal with a newborn who needs constant supervision. My name is Onyerosa Owaifo, and I'll be talking about why women should be given at least 3 months paid maternity leave. Studies have shown that out of the 180 industrialized countries in the world, the United States is one of the 2 that doesn't mandate paid maternity leave. This information I got from the www.latimes.com/business. In 1993, the Family and Medical Leave Act policy was enacted for eligible employees who work for a company with over 50 staff to be given at least 8 weeks unpaid leave after birth. This unpaid maternity policy does not only affect the newborn, but also the parents and the economy. I'm therefore going to outline some of the benefits of paid maternity leave to the newborn, the parents, and the economy. A newborn requires maximum attention and care from the mother. They need a lot of time to bond and feed on their mother. And paid maternity leave increases the rate and duration of breastfeeding, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, in a study published in onlinelibrary.willy.com, finds that, in quote, women who received 12 or more weeks of paid maternity leave were more likely to initiate breastfeeding and keep breastfeeding for 6 months, which is recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics, compared to those that do not take paid leave. Also, a study published in the journal PLOS Medicine found that paid maternity leave can reduce infant mortality by 13%. This is because many women who return to work early after childbirth has to rely on family and friends to cater for their newborn while they go back to work. Alison Suliat, a mother who has to return to work 8 weeks after giving birth, was telling a story of how her son Leo died of asphyxiation, that is loss of energy and suffocation. Her child was being watched by a family friend who really wasn't familiar with infant health, and she got a call while at work that her child had died. She said, in quote, "I knew for a fact Leo would not have died that day if he had been with me." This is true because mothers who take time to bond with their children actually become aware of their health conditions, and when there is a change, they know immediately and actions are taken. Paid maternity leave can also increase the likelihood of a child getting complete vaccination, which can make them more healthier kids later in years. In addition, paid maternity leave is also beneficial to the parents. As earlier said, the birth of a newborn comes with lots of responsibilities and commitments. A new mom needs time to bond with a newborn, and being deprived of this privilege by returning to work early can lead to emotional problems like stress and depression. A 2014 paper published in the Journal of Health Politics, Policy and Law found that the more time a new mom takes off work to cater for her newborn, like up to 6 months, the less likely she will suffer from postpartum depression, which most women suffer from these days. Paid maternity leave also keeps family economically self-sufficient. There is increase in the financial commitment of a family with the birth of a newborn. There is no doubt it is expensive to take care of a child. This leaves many families creeping into credit card bills and depending on welfare and food stamps when they are not giving paid maternity. It is obvious that financial commitment is the main reason why many women return back to work so early after childbirth. This also increases the symptoms of depression, as many women feel disappointed with themselves, knowing they have to take care of their newborn, but they have to work just to take care of the child. And it also increases the symptoms of depression. I also want to quickly chip in the benefits of paid maternity leave to the fathers. Studies have also shown that when fathers take paid maternity leave, they also have time to bond with their newborn, and they participate more in taking care of their children and helping in doing house chores. Lastly, paid maternity leave can boost the economic growth of a country by letting them compete with their full workforce instead of just men. It is a known fact that the average American lives from paycheck to paycheck. Many a times, we don't even have enough to pay for our bills, even while we work. This is the reason why many women cannot afford to stay at home after giving birth for a long period of time. Many new moms return to work tired and stressed out, which affects their efficiency in their jobs. Paid maternity can also give mothers job security and boost the workforce of an organization, which reflects on the country's economy. It motivates workers, it attracts talents, and also increases the productivity of workers, which helps to increase profits of the organization. Although many states are beginning to revise the FMLA, which is the Family and Medical Leave Policies, a lot still needs to be done. The New York State in 2018 recently started a policy, the FMLA, new FMLA policy, where women are allowed to go on a minimum of 8 weeks paid maternity leave. Though it is called paid maternity leave, but they are actually getting half of their basic weekly pay, which still is not enough for them to take care of these new expenses. Yesterday, I stumbled into a circular that the Washington State has recently reversed their family and medical leave benefits, which will take effect in 2020. Women will now be allowed to take at least 12 weeks of paid maternity leave. The good part of it is that Washington State is giving out your full pay weekly, so which is a good plan. Conclusively, the benefits of paid maternity leave cannot be overemphasized nor undermined, as we seek for the FMLA policy to be reversed at the federal level to maintain uniformity among states and companies, instead of leaving this policy to states to decide what is best for them. A quick review of my speech. I've talked about the benefits of paid maternity leave to the newborn, the parents, and the economy. And I hope these will be taken into consideration in action will be taken. Thank you.